I chose discussion question number 1, which is, what did we learn about the reason why these children came to the United States and why are refugees arriving in the U.S. borders? And what we've learned about the reason why the children came to the U.S. border is by the first question she asked, which is, why did you come to the United States? And the children answer back by saying to be with their parents or be with a relative that came to the U.S. earlier than them. But that's not the only factor that plays into it. The children are also leaving due to how their life has been, which their life has been full of neglect. They've been abused, been in gang violence, or been around gang violence. Some of them have been raped, and there's just a lot of other factors that play into it that probably was not even listed in the book that we don't know about as well. But the children wanted to be away from what I would say is a living nightmare. The reason the children came to the United States is that they wanted to be somewhere where they could actually breathe, they could have some freedom, they wouldn't feel trapped in a society where they couldn't get out and they couldn't do things for themselves. It was a controlled system. But as I was reading, she also said that she remembered a teenager during court who walked in the burning sun in the desert for 2 days, and he saw a vehicle and waved them down. And when he waved them down, the vehicle finally came up to him, and it was Border Patrol, which then detained him. And when a child is detained and taken by Border Patrol, they go through what children in the U.S. probably would never go through, which is having a little amount to eat, being placed in a detention center, which is really known as the ice box, where they keep you in blasting cool air for 72 hours. And some children would be placed in there for more, which is illegal, but that's just how it would go for some of them. And they would end up getting sick or get to the point where they would have to be hospitalized. Pretty much they saw children as like an illness, and that's how they treated them. And so I think that's why children came to the U.S. border. And so overall, I think why they came to the United States is to definitely have a better lifestyle and to benefit as well, just because things are a lot different in the U.S. How things are handled, they can actually have actual jobs, not be in forced labor, having to go through that situation, and just have different opportunities. And also while having the benefit of speaking 2 languages, that also helps them out in life as well, because being bilingual, trying to get a job anywhere helps a lot, and you wouldn't think like being bilingual would, but it does. And big corporations and companies, they look for stuff like that. So overall, I think they just wanted to get away from that lifestyle, get into a place where they know that they could, even if it wasn't the American dream, they could just be somewhere a lot better that would just put them at a satisfactory of just having any other better life than where they were at. So that's what I think on the process, and that's how I would answer the question for number 1.